Fuel Tech is basically a green coal technology company. We go into power plants and we make them more efficient, and then we make them cleaner.
How is business?
Business is picking up. Actually, we're doing very well. Anytime that President Obama mentions green coal technology, we're very excited. So we're doing well. We're doing very well.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah.
As it relates to your success, how does that translate to the needs of your business growing and acquiring talent? Is that something that still is paramount in what you folks are doing?
Yeah, it's very important. We basically they actually brought me in to build out our HR foundation. We're a small company planning to do a lot of growth, and we needed to build out our HR foundation, and putting in an applicant tracking system was part of that foundation.
And what led you to open hire, and what did you like about it? I know from speaking with some of the folks that you had used other systems in previous lives.
Yes, I had come from much larger companies and used much larger systems and more complex systems than what we had existing here at Fuel Tech. So when it came time to make decisions about both HRIS systems and ATS systems, I wanted something creative and innovative and intuitive. And so I looked around, and there certainly were the larger competitors, but they didn't have that intuitive feel. And I think ultimately that's what sold me on the SilkRoad product.
How's it been since you started using it? How's the product? And how's the service and support been? What was it like through the sales cycle, even through implementation? Could you talk a little bit about your experience there and your thoughts?
It was excellent. I mean, I thought that everywhere from dealing with my sales reps to Flip giving me a call right after I signed the contract, that was a nice personal touch. And through actually the onboarding and getting us up and running, we had a technical rep named Kendra that was just worked hand in hand with us, and it just was a very smooth process. And quite frankly, I think if we spent more time on it, we could have gotten it done in a couple weeks. And I think it didn't take more than 30 days to get us up and running. So it was a great process. Probably the easiest process I've been through from an HRIS standpoint. I've done some other software-related setups before, and this was very smooth.
So would you recommend SilkRoad, the product?
Oh, definitely, definitely. And again, I think it's a very easy process to go from selection to basically getting your team to respond to us and getting it up and running, to actually using it, and it's very intuitive. It's fresh.
What is
We will continue to grow in geometrically. The interesting thing about the whole implementation is that we did it at a time where I was actually in the midst of 2 acquisitions. We were doing the due diligence and then actually closing the deals. But at the same time, we were able to pull this off in a department of really 2 people. So it worked very well, and that was largely due to the support that we received from Kendra and your team.
That's wonderful.
First of all, we didn't have a career site. And so I came into a company as their HR director, and you go to the website and there's nothing there. And you're like, well, how do you apply to a job at this company? We need to get something on our website. And so that was my biggest concern. So when you talk about a branding or an image, it's a poor image when you're in a technology company and you don't have a career site on your website. So again, just having the ability to get that up and running very quickly and have that out there, it was impressive not only to our candidates but also folks internally that we have this career site like most companies would have. Yeah, I mean, just in terms of ease of use and being able to communicate that message out to candidates that are interested in us in terms of what we're about, and the customization that you can do on your own. We don't necessarily need SilkRoad to help us with that. We can do that on our own in terms of the message that we want to send, or the branding, or the images that basically convey the clean coal technology image, the green image that we want to portray to folks that want to come and work for us. We can do that ourselves.
Now, the type of talent that you're going after, is it very competitive in attracting the professionals that you're looking to bring into your company?
Yeah, well, when you actually get into the engineers that do what we do, it's very, very niched. It's very high-level modeling that these folks do, and they're very difficult to find. So yeah, it's helpful to have a resource such as this where we can actually send that message out to them.